Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Bridgette Frazier is with us now. She's with the MLK Bluffton Committee. But we also have Billy Watterson. He's with the Watterson Foundation and has a very interesting company and the foundation. We'll talk about that and the connection between the two. Bridgette, good to have you with us. Billy, good to have you with us.
Here. Yes. Thank you. Great to be here.
So we're here to really talk about Juneteenth.
Yes.
Or Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. Which the date is June, is it 14th?
19th.
19th. All right. Will you share with us a little bit about really what the significance of that event is, that day is in our Lowcountry, or really in the country?
Absolutely. Well, Juneteenth was established out of a very peculiar situation. So we know that slaves were set for the emancipation on January 1st, 1865. And so everyone had gotten that message except for those who were further out on the West Coast. So those in Galveston, Texas didn't get that news until June. So they were actually still enslaved, still working. And so once they received that news that they'd been emancipated, it turned into a huge celebration. And that history had just been shared and passed down. And so people all over the country then began celebrating and commemorating the recognition that everyone had gotten the message, and everyone through paper, was free, that slavery was finally abolished.
Yeah. So Billy, why are you involved in this effort, and how did you get to know Bridgette? We were talking earlier. What a great relationship you all have.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very special relationship, and we got involved, I think, just because it was the next thing that was coming up in our journey. And I went to a Juneteenth celebration 2 years ago.
Last year.
It was last year, right?
Yeah.
Right before everything went to,
it was crazy. Yeah.
And I was actually there because I'd heard that this woman was putting on this celebration, and there was Black-owned businesses there.
Yes.
And we were intrigued by that. And actually, the previous year, we'd been challenged by one of our board members to figure out how to create a list of Black-owned businesses. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to patronize a business, you wouldn't know how. Mm-hmm. And she said, they don't exist. You have to get involved in this. And of course I was like, I got to get involved in this. And I had a little bit of time, of course, to think through that. And I'm grateful that I didn't try to go it alone, because it wasn't mine to do on my own. It was really something that we needed to do together. And so when I visited and I saw these businesses, I was so excited. I was like, this is the solution. She had already started.
Yeah.
And her and Jackie and Oscar already were working in this space. And so it was a perfect opportunity for us in the white community and the Black community to come together to help to create that list. And so the Juneteenth piece is just one of those opportunities to say, how can we all celebrate this day? This is American history.
Absolutely.
Not just Black history.
And so why this year in 2021 is Juneteenth even more important to celebrate?
We've had so many trials before, like we have so many issues that we're facing. And in the discussions of, having the moments of racial reconciliation, Juneteenth is one of those opportunities to highlight that, because the day itself is rooted in the triumph of, that freedom and that resilience of, those undeterred by obstacles, who want to persevere, who want to be empowered and elevated. And it gives a chance for those like-minded in the community to be able to help elevate those voices who once weren't. And so it's such a beautiful opportunity where everyone can come and be a part of, as he stated, this is American history. And so it's something everyone should celebrate.
And so we're talking June 19th. So is there an event? And where is it going to be, and what will happen?
Absolutely.
Here locally.
The event is, we were picked to host it at Burnt Church Distillery. So we're really proud of that. It is going to be a big shindig, and we're going to have Black-owned businesses there again being exhibited, and music, food. I mean, it is going to be a big time. And then we will be announcing this project that we've been working on for 10 months that we can't wait.
Long time.
You can't announce it now?
No, I can't. But it is focused on equity in the economy.
Okay.
And so, but one thing I want to talk about is equity real quick, because there's a lot of misuse or misunderstanding of the word.
What does that word mean,
equity? So it gets hijacked in a way to where it's like, I'm going to take from all of you to give to somebody else.
Yes. That we all need to
let's talk
equal.
about let's talk about racial inequity.
Right.
So what we focus on really is more about when a circumstance exists. So we have this inequity in our community. because of intentionally perpetrated inequality, we got a problem. This is sinful. And so for people of faith, we are called to move into this space. That is justice. And it doesn't mean to just throw dollars around. It means to do the work, right? It means how can we listen and get connected? You know, if we just try to jump in, we're going to screw it all up.
Yes.
Right? Because that is what we do. But when we stop and we listen and we recognize and acknowledge that the Black experience is different,
yes,
it just opens the heart to hear more and to understand more. And a lot of people take the position of feeling defensive and guilty, but the reality is, as I say, we can't fix what happened, but how blessed are we to be here today to be part of the change.
Thank you
It's
for
great
being
to
on
be
Talk
here.
of the Town, and we'll be right back.